What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, wow. So I meant to talk about this a little bit yesterday. Quietly, the business of the NFL is kind of quiet, okay? But something that was going on that could have really changed the dynamics of everything in the NFL. You remember how before Jerry Jones had the deal with Nike, it was basically the NFL had all of their own deals, okay? And basically split the revenue. Jerry Jones was the one that said, you know what? We're going to do things a little different here in Dallas. And he went ahead and he struck a deal with Nike, which ended up starting a whole almost war between NFL owners. Jerry Jones had the foresight to understand the best thing for all of us is to get our own deals. We can make more money, and ushered in the whole new NFL era where the salary cap went from about $32 million originally now to well over 200, and that's going to be heading skyward towards $400 million. Enter the lawsuit from St. Louis versus the Rams. This thing, if it had gone the way it could have gone, it could have set up a whole free-for-all where it would be every team for himself. And you know, Jerry Jones had all kinds of money. Jerry Jones would probably benefited from it. So the best case scenario on this, what it was St. Louis was suing the Rams for leaving and going to LA. The best case scenario for the NFL would be to have a settlement on here, just pay them off and move on. Because the NFL right now has more money than they know what to do with. When you think about Amazon Prime, who's going to take over Thursday Night Football, that they're basically saying, Troy Aikman, Al Michaels, we're going to pay you guys to do it. We're talking about primo broadcasters to do Thursday Night Football. There's some mega plans in there. Amazon's not about to lose money on that. And you know how much money Amazon's going to be paying the NFL. And that's just a small portion of the increased revenue that the NFL gets. All those betting apps and all that, gambling on NFL, they literally have to do nothing other than take the royalties. They don't have to sell the product. They don't have to collect the money. Well, they collect the money from the apps. They get so much money that right there is as valuable as the gate receipts. So when you take what the NFL has to do work-wise to put on a game, the amount of money they're making from that is going to be more made from gambling alone. So the NFL's got all kinds of money. And as they build these mega stadiums for like the Raiders in Vegas, which is, you know, we're talking about bars in the end zone and stuff, you know, table service. You know how much that ticket must go for. When you look at the mega stadium now in LA, you know, $2 billion for the Chargers and the Rams, they've got more money than they know what to do with. They're talking about expanding in Germany. And to prove how much money they have, they settled the case for $790 million. The Rams are writing a check for $790 million just to make St. Louis go away. Here we go. Here is a little bit of money to say bye-bye. $790 million settlement. But for the NFL, that's the best case scenario. It ends up being not NFL team Armageddon. But it goes to show you how valuable the NFL is. So quietly, you probably won't hear much about that. But yeah, that's a thing. $790 million. Wow. That's a lot of money to just say, go away. Whew. Wow. All right, y'all. Finally made it through the traffic. I'll drop off this chair for my buddy Alan because he needs it for Thanksgiving. I'm going to get my wood, and then I'm going to get back to the workshop. where we can get everything together. CeeDee Lamb is supposed to practice today, which means he'll be able to play tomorrow. Tyron Smith is back. If we only had Amari Cooper, and that whole situation is going to have bearing. Jerry Jones, he let go of Jalen Smith, and Jalen Smith didn't do anything wrong. Jerry Jones, if it ends up costing him a Super Bowl, Jerry Jones won't forget about Amari Cooper not getting that vaccination. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you soon.